What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and today we will talk about the Benfica striker Darwin Nunez, who scored against Liverpool in the Champions League in midweek, and we will also preview the Man City Liverpool game in this video tomorrow. Let me know your score predictions for the Man City Liverpool game. Who will win this potentially huge, monumental, not title decider, very close to it, huge clash tomorrow. Let me know your predictions. And Liverpool-linked attacker Darwin Nunez is set for a move to the Premier League, according to a journalist named Jack Talbot, who said, exclusive news, Darwin Nunez will be heading to the Premier League in the summer. Jorge Mendes signed an agreement with agent Eugenio Lopez, and both these agents will represent Darwin Nunez, the striker, in the UK. Plenty of clubs are interested in him, and Darwin Nunez is having the best season of his life. He has 31 goal contributions in 35 games, 28 goals in 35 matches, and 3 assists as well. He has 5 goals in 9 Champions League games. He has 21 goals in 23 league games, and also 2 goals in 1 game in the Allianz Cup. And also Darwin Nunez last season had a pretty good season, 14 goals in 44 games, but this season is definitely by far his best season. He has doubled last season's goal tally, and he only is 22 years old, and he is a very tall striker, 187 centimeters, that's 6 foot 2 inches tall. And of course Liverpool already have Diogo Jota and Roberto Firmino, and even Sadio Mane can play as a number 9 through the middle. So Darwin Nunez right now is probably not a priority for Liverpool. But if Salah leaves, or if Mane leaves, or if Firmino leaves in the summer, then Liverpool would need to sign a replacement for them. And the official statement actually came from Darwin Nunez that he's gonna leave his current agent, and he is reportedly going to sign with a new representative close to Jorge Mendes. That's usually players change agents when they want to get a transfer move, and I don't see why Darwin Nunez wouldn't want to get a transfer move. Fabrizio Romano also said that many top clubs want him. Benfica turned down a 45 million euro bid from West Ham United on deadline day in January, and I understand why Darwin Nunez probably wouldn't want to go to West Ham. But you know, a lot of Premier League clubs are looking to sign a striker. Arsenal, definitely. Man United, maybe. Man United only have Ronaldo and Cavani, who can play through the middle, or usually play through the middle, and they are both well over 30 years old. But you could see how good he is. He just had really one clear chance against Liverpool, and he took it. He scored very calmly, clinically in front of goal. And you can see why many Premier League clubs, including Liverpool, are interested in Darwin Nunez. And according to the Evening Standard, not just Liverpool but Arsenal are looking to sign a striker, and Arsenal want a long-term replacement for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, so they are tracking Darwin Nunez alongside some other big names who have been linked with Arsenal before. Darwin Nunez is at the ideal age. He's 22 years old. He is just exploding in numbers, and he is having a bright future. So I'm sure that sooner or later either Liverpool or Arsenal or one of the big Premier League clubs will pick him up, potentially in the summer. I think after this breakthrough season, Benfica could maximize his value, maximize the transfer fee that they are getting for Darwin Nunez, and I'm sure that Darwin Nunez feels that he's ready to move on to the next stage, which is playing for a big club in a big league. But also, Arsenal are not as attractive as Liverpool at the moment, and some reports are saying that Darwin Nunez would be keen on a move to Liverpool. Liverpool continue to look like a major force under Jurgen Klopp. Arsenal might not even be able to offer Nunez Champions League football next season. We have to wait and see how Arsenal finish the season, but at the moment they are favourites for the top 4. But their recent capitulation against Crystal Palace is certainly a big cause for concern for Arsenal fans. Man United and Tottenham, and especially Tottenham, are hot on the heels of Arsenal. So Arsenal have a lot of work to do, and they have the harder fixtures compared to Tottenham. And you might ask, what is Darwin Nunez's style of play exactly? Well, he is a right-footed player. He possesses an athletic frame. He has excellent acceleration, sprinting speed, and that's the defining skill set for Darwin Nunez. His explosive change of pace He is capable of creating immediate separation between him and the defenders. He also has a very good awareness. He scans the space, he makes decisions when moving relative to the ball, space, teammates and opponents. Nunez is a disruptive striker with a dynamic range of mobility that can carry counterattacks. He makes incisive movements around the box and he strikes the ball explosively. He has very strong shot on him. He is adept at attacking open spaces and he's good at generating shots from varied situations. He's also a promising creator around the box and he's also capable of playing as a left winger. So he is a very versatile player. He started out his career in Uruguay. He's from Uruguay, of course, and he started at Peñarol. But then he went to Almeria in the Spanish second division, where he scored 16 goals in 32 games, which is 1 goal every 2 games. That's a very decent record. And then, as I said, last season he scored 14 goals in 44 games. And this season he's on course to score about 35 goals in all competitions. And largely to his help, Benfica knocked out Barcelona in the Champions League, and they also went through to the Champions League quarterfinals. And he's also already a Uruguay international, scoring 2 goals in 9 matches for the Uruguay national team as well. So let me know, do you want Liverpool to sign Darwin Nunez? I think right now with 5 strikers we don't need him, but if we sell one of them, or if it's certain that Salah doesn't sign his contract, or if it's certain that Mane or Firmino won't sign a new contract, then Darwin Nunez definitely would be a perfect signing for Liverpool. He could explode onto the scene just like Diogo Jota, just like Luis Diaz, and a potential Jota, Luis Diaz, Darwin Nunez frontline could really, in the next 5 to 10 years, Liverpool could play that with that frontline and without a problem. And Paul Merson thinks that the game against the game at the Etihad between Liverpool and Man City will end in a 2-2 draw, and he said, if this game will end 2-2, and meaning that the two sides will carry on just as they were for the rest of the season, if it all ends all square, it's a massive advantage for Man City, as their fate will be in their own hands. If the citizens draw the game and they still end up losing the title, I would be shocked. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it certainly it would be very, very good if Liverpool won the game, because then the title will be in Liverpool's hands. But if Man City win, it's a 4-point gap. That's the only scenario where I think Liverpool will have just too much to do, because Man City can even afford to lose one game and still win the title, and Man City don't have a lot of very hard games left between the now and the end of the season. Liverpool is the hardest game for them, so let's hope Liverpool can go to the Etihad and win. If it's a draw, then Liverpool still have to hope that Man City drop points somewhere. What is very concerning for Liverpool is that Liverpool don't have a great away record at the Etihad. We haven't won there in 5 league visits, but we did win in the Champions League against them in 2018. So whatever happens, we need to avoid a defeat. We need to get at least a draw, but hopefully a win, and I think Liverpool will go for it. And let's see what happens. Mark Lawrenson, another pundit, former Liverpool player, said that this is a huge game. Both teams got good results in the Champions League in midweek, but it was much tougher for Man City against Atletico than it was for Liverpool against Benfica. I'm expecting a good game, because you don't get anything else with 2 teams as talented as these. But with the way they both play, at different times, one team or the other will be on top. It will just come down to who can take their chances when they come. It will be close and there will be a few goals. I don't see it as a title decider, because there are still 7 games to go after this. Whoever wins, the pressure is still on, but I'm going for a draw anyway. Many people are predicting a draw, including myself as well. And Jurgen Klopp said that this is not a title decider. Whoever wins this game, it's not a title decider. Maybe if if Liverpool win and it's 2 points ahead for Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp still said that the title is not done and dusted. We still have 7 games to go. And Jurgen Klopp said that in the last 4 years, since we stepped up a little bit and could close the gap to City slightly, it's interesting. We push each other to incredible point tallies. Madness. I would have never thought these kind of things are possible, especially not in this league. The consistency both teams showed in that period is absolutely crazy. We had our top year where we won the league, where there was a little gap. Obviously there were years, especially last year, when the gap to Man City was again big because we had our problems, but apart from that it was always very close, which I like. I always said the closer you get, the more likely it becomes you can overtake them. But we know it's tough. What changed in these 4 years is everyone else thinks it's tough as well when they face us, and that's really good. And if you play professional football on the highest level, your focus is always on your own games, but there's a moment in the season where you cannot avoid watching the table. You see one is catching up constantly to the other, you have the same amount of wins and all these kind of things, and that's normal. In sports, I think what helps you the most is a strong opponent. And he said, I wouldn't say I'm thankful for that Man City are this good, but they didn't deny our development. It actually helped probably Liverpool's development. That's just my thoughts. And Jurgen Klopp also said that there is no game in world football that you can compare to playing Man City, because they are good in pretty much all areas. There is no real weakness. It's not that you can say, okay, they are here really good, but they are not so much. But because it is football and the pitch is pretty big, they have only 10 outfield players, we have 10 as well. There are things you can do. You better use your chances. All these kinds of things, that's very helpful. You deny them as much as you can, as often as you can, and that's very helpful as well. You need to be properly in the challenges in a football way. Really be close enough. The best players in the world, if you give them a bit more space to do what they do, that makes no sense. So you have to be really close with the formation, and then individually as well. There is a lot to think about, but in the end it is a game, and I really hope I can help the boys until then they can get all the necessary information, but not too much, and then they can be themselves and enjoy the game. And of course, big game experience helps, definitely. It's not the most important or the only important thing you consider when you make a lineup, but it's one of these, that's for sure. And Jordan Anderson said it will be a big game, a tough game, but we just want to go out and make sure we are ourselves and we perform to the levels we are capable of. If we do that, then we can have no regrets. I wouldn't say I get nervous every game, but I get excited, shall we say. The adrenaline will be pumping, of course. This will be a huge game, we all know that. We just got to keep going and keep doing what we have been doing and just give it absolutely everything. It's a huge game, it's a big opportunity really. It's only an opportunity because of what we have done probably since then, over the past few months, since January, how we have been performing, we have been playing, and the results we have picked up, they are brilliant. It's an opportunity that people probably wouldn't have thought we would have had a few months back, but we are there and we have just got to go out and perform to the best of our ability, and hopefully that's enough to get a good result at the Etihad. And Liverpool have won, I think, 17 of the last 18 games, and that one loss was the Inter game, where even though we lost to Inter, we went through still in the Champions League. So apart from that, we have won every single game. I'm including the League Cup final because we have won that on penalties. Both teams have great defenses, but I think Liverpool have a slightly better attack. We scored 77 goals. Man City have 70 goals, and hopefully we can show that and outscore Manchester City in this game. It's going to be huge and I'm really looking forward to it. I will probably do another preview video for the game tomorrow as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Good night.